Hello and welcome to Sobricks. I'm Adam and this is Sobricks. This is my channel for reviewing Lego sets and building them and other Lego related stuff. In this video, I'm going to be taking a look at the Lego Blacktron Cruiser from the Space System. This is set 40580. It has 356 pieces. And this set was available as a gift with purchase quite some time ago. I think it was in January of 2022. And I believe the threshold was to spend $190 or more to be able to get this gift with purchase. It's kind of a throwback style box reminiscent of Lego's old school boxes. It also reminds me of the 90 years of play boxes for the Galaxy Explorer and the Lion Knight's Castle. So this feels very similar to that, and it's reminiscent to some other older Lego sets, the Blacktron style Lego space sets that was a little different than the gray and blue Lego. So in this video, I'm going to do a couple things. One, I'm going to put this set together and I'm going to review this set, but I also want to take some time here to talk about my Patreon and kind of use this as a combination of a Patreon introduction and an example of one of my reviews. So I'm going to get into it and I'm going to talk a little bit while I build, and then if I finish everything I need to talk about while I build, I'll speed the rest of the video up and then I'll slow it back down to review this set. So enjoy. So, for anybody that doesn't know, Patreon is kind of a creator-focused subscription model thing. There's creators from all different types of content, podcasts, videos, musicians, photographers. I think, my mom subscribes to some Patreons for like knitters and quilters and stuff. And what it is essentially like a monthly subscription service that creators can use to help, earn a little money. It's sort of that pay what you want kind of idea, which I've always been really, really attracted to. The idea would be that, oh, bummer, this sticker sheet is all curled. Okay. The idea would be that my videos will always be free, always be available, and always be, videos that I want to do, not like sponsored by any particular thing. As it stands right now, I am not part of the Lego Ambassador Network. I do not have ads on YouTube, and I do not earn any revenue from YouTube. So all of my Lego videos and all of the sets I've bought and all of the time I've spent recording and editing them to make videos has all been out of my own pocket. And the idea is, if somebody liked my videos and wanted to me to be able to, or be more able to continue doing them, they might consider giving some money, and it's really just boils down to what people want. I don't want people to give me money if they are particularly struggling, but I also think if I have enough videos and I continue to make videos that somebody particularly likes, it would be great to get a little additional support. And the other thing is with Patreon is that it comes with some extra benefits. There's going to be tiers depending on how much people give, and I'll kind of outline what those tiers are going to look like. And the first tier I named just a 1x1 tile, and that is a tier for pretty much, it's virtually the minimum that Patreon as the company recommends you put it at. So it's $2 per month, or you could feasibly do it, at a yearly yearly too, so it would be $24. And at that level, it's essentially just general support. It is paying a couple dollars a month and saying, you know, Adam, I like the stuff on Sobrix, and I want to show my appreciation for that beyond just subscribing, beyond commenting on YouTube, and just another extra level to get involved and be a part of the process a little more. So at that level, you will get your name at the end of my videos in kind of a credits thing where I'll show a name of all my patrons, they call them, or Patreon, you know, subscribers. And that's kind of the only benefit there. But what that will allow me to do, as any of this Patreon stuff here, it'll allow me to expand and grow and continue to make videos and do Lego stuff in a really big way. So I have a lot of plans for this channel. Some of those plans include different types of videos instead of just builds and reviews. They include different types of sets, different camera setups. And while I want to use this video as an example of how all of my videos kind of look up to this point, I also have, and I'm going to maintain this same setup in some capacity forever for the life of this channel. But there are some sets and some other ideas for videos that I want to do that require a slightly different setup. And as I continue to grow and expand and advance on YouTube, it'd be great to have, you know, some additional financial support. So that's kind of the $2 per month tier. And now I'm kind of figuring out what the next tiers are going to be, but the next one is what I call the 2x2 plate, which I just had some here like this. And at that level, it's $5 per month. And again, it's showing the same general support as the 1x1 tile tier. It's a great way to help me continue to be able to make these videos, and so it's that, and it'll come with the same kind of deal where your name will get the shout out at the end of all of my videos, as long as you are a Patreon subscriber, Patreon member. And it'll also come with some other stuff, and that's like early access to everything that's on my Patreon page, early access for videos, and my blog posts that I will be putting on there, and a bunch of other stuff. And that level is just, like I said, kind of the step up, and there'll be a couple more, you know, versions going up as well, a couple tiers. I have another one that's called the 2x4 brick. And as far as the kind of deal with that one goes, I'm hoping to expand to do some live streams on Patreon, eventually maybe on Twitch as well. I'm going to do some Q&As. I'm going to be filming some kind of behind the scenes stuff, filming some of my shopping endeavors, talking with Lego designers, talking with Lego builders, traveling to different conferences, and a whole bunch more. And for some of that content, it will be, exclusive for Patreon subscribers, or some of it will be, early. The Patreon subscribers will get it to see it early. At a certain point, I also want to be able to offer more back to the community through giveaways and giveaways and other maybe merchandise and all other stuff. And at certain levels, I'm going to, have more engagement with the community. So on those live streams, I'll be doing, or sometimes apart from live streams, I will be doing like different Q&As, viewer suggestions for sets or types of videos, and live chat, so I can interact with people in a more intimate way than just in the YouTube comments, for example. And I think that's all I have set up for now. So there's a $2 tier, a $5 tier, and a $10 tier. Eventually, there might be other tiers and other rewards. I think I'm just kind of starting it out and learning the ropes, and I want to be able to deliver value to people that subscribe and want to support me. So I'm just trying to figure that all out. So I anticipate, as I continue to grow, if I get some support on Patreon, those rewards might change and the tier levels might change and adjust, and I hope to just keep evolving and keep doing more to make my Lego videos better and better. Oh, shoot. I think I shot a bunch of footage at Brickworld when it was in Milwaukee a few weeks ago now. And I had a blast doing that. I got to talk to some of the people who had displays there, some of the people that were selling things there. And I also just shot video of so many incredible Lego builds that I really want to share. And that is something that is a little more in depth to produce than my my traditional videos. And so that's another thing that might be an example of something that may be a Patreon exclusive, or something that gets released on Patreon early. I think I will be attending another one of those Brickworld conferences a little later in the year. And again, that might be something that if you like my stuff, it might be a neat time to join my Patreon. Any support, even just subscribing on YouTube or liking the videos or whatever, is appreciated. This is just another level, and it's not better or whatever than any other kind of support, but it's just something that'll really help me to continue to grow and expand and keep doing something that I really, really love doing. And hopefully, if people like watching some of my stuff, it'll allow them to connect with me a little more, and it'll allow me to continue doing this stuff for as long as I can, because I'd really like to turn this into something, really long term. I will start kind of calling out my Patreon page usually when I do my outro at the end of the video. Put links to it in the description, and it'll be another place where I'll be posting stuff. I'll be writing some things there. If you want to read, I'll be posting pictures there, and a bunch of other stuff. So if you want to get involved with any of that, I want to make it open and affordable and available for people, and hopefully it goes okay. I've been really, really enjoying what I've done so far, and this is kind of a next chapter in the whole journey for doing YouTube. I never really did YouTube stuff before. I've tried certain kinds of things in the past, but this is kind of the one that I'm most committed to, and I'm very, very happy and very, very grateful for how well it has gone so far and how much support I've already gotten through likes and subscribers on YouTube. And Patreon is just going to allow that to continue, and I'm really looking forward to it. So hopefully, if people find what I do enjoyable or interesting or entertaining or informative or whatever it is, then maybe they would also want to, give back a little so I can continue to do this. Again, I do want to reiterate, because I don't want to sound like I'm needy. I will continue to make videos, even Lego stuff, Lego content, even if nobody gives to Patreon. And I don't want anybody to give to my Patreon when they are struggling financially or whatever else. So it's just, if you have the means and if you're interested, it might be another thing. But no pressure. Nobody ever needs to do anything. My stuff will always be free and available on YouTube, and that's not going to change. So I'm not needing anybody. I don't want to beg, and I don't want to be ungrateful, and I don't want to try to shame people into do anything. I just it's another option to support people that like any other support is appreciated, and I'm just going to keep trying to do my best to do the coolest and most fun and interesting type of Lego videos, and the ones that I most want to make. So far I've been able to do that, and I want to continue to be able to do that as much as I can. Okay. Get this sticker on here. Excellent. All right. Well, that's sort of my intro to what Patreon is, and there'll be more updates as I go about that, and there'll be more changes to it and whatever else. But just as I'm getting started with it, I wanted to kind of put out an introduction for anyone else that maybe wants to hop aboard and get introduced to it as well. For the rest of this build, the rest of this video, for the rest of the build, I will speed the video up, and then I'll slow it back down to give my thoughts. So until then, enjoy. Okay, so that is this Lego Blacktron Cruiser space system set. This is awesome. So I really loved the new Galaxy Explorer that One, I think that's a really good value set. I haven't talked about it on my channel yet, but I think it's huge. It looks really great. It's good for display, potentially good for play. Very nostalgic, but also like updated building techniques. I thought it was really, really well done, and I thought it was good value because it's like $100 for, you know, well over 1,000 pieces. I can't remember exactly, but at different points we were able to get it on sale. I got one of them on sale for $75, and I got another one on sale for $50. So that was, I thought at a $50 for that set is like an incredible deal, I thought. And this feels very, very similar to that in that it's kind of hearkening back to a Lego theme of yore that I don't know if I really had as a kid growing up. Galaxy Explorer, like the classic space, is a little bit before my time, but I did inherit some. I don't think I inherited any of the Blacktron system stuff, but this is awesome. This is a really cool gift with purchase. It's really, really well done, and I think it looks great. And I the only reason I brought up the Galaxy Explorer set is because I think this is going to sit really, really nicely next to that as a kind of companion piece. So very, very happy with this. Really fun build. And I'll go through it like I normally do. First thing we will take a look at is this minifigure. I have to check, but I might have this torso from back in the day, so it's possible I did have some Blacktron. But we have a pretty classic torso there, not crazy detail as well as colors or anything, no like metallic printing or anything on that, but nice torso, nothing on the midsection, nothing on the legs, nothing on the arms. The back is very, very similar to the front. It might be almost identical, but we do have this air tank here or jetpack type thing on the back. I'll pop this off. Here is the back of the torso there. And while I have the helmet off, I can show the face for this minifigure. Very classic minifigure face. I think because this set is kind of compatible with the classic space system, or maybe thematically they were similar, or maybe these were antagonists or something. This is kind of, I think it's supposed to be kind of in many ways similar to a classic space character. I love the black helmet with the black visor. I think that looks really cool. And so nice little minifigure included in here. Then I'll kind of look at the side builds. I wasn't really sure if this goes in the ship or not. As you can see, we have a little box with the hinge here, sticker on the front there. And inside the box right now we have 2 black ingots, which I don't know what those are supposed to be for necessarily, but it's part of maybe the scene building and part of the play for this set. I'm actually not sure if this has a spot it can be placed in. I suppose it could go in here, right? I don't know if it's supposed to or not, but yeah, it can fit in there. Wonderful. And then the next thing we will take a look at, if I just forgive me for this, is this other little side build. Very, very small, nice character of a little robot of some kind. Not very many pieces. I was surprised it was able to stand on its own, but that's nice too. And again, I don't know if this character can fit in here somewhere, but I can certainly try to put them in here. Why don't we go right there and see if that works. Beautiful. Okay. And then now we have this space cruiser, Blacktron cruiser here. And this is really cool. The color scheme is fantastic. The black and yellow, the translucent red works really, really well. The shaping is very cool. I like that on the box it had these kind of pieces out like this out in front, but they can also be moved out to the side like that, which is really cool. This is the newer, longer canopy that I believe was first done for the Lightyear ship, but has since been used, I think, on the Star Wars Fang pirate snub fighter, rather, not the Fang fighter, but the pirate snub fighter. And we have a ton of just kind of this classic Blacktron stuff going on. So this is a sticker up here, sticker on both of these panels, and a sticker right there. And if we look at the front of this, we get tons of this just yellow accents as through lines, as well as the translucent red. So that's really great. I loved how this was done. Translucent red back here. Over to the back, we get a little more. And we have, of course, a bunch of trans red on these sort of tail wing type pieces here. And those are just clipped on very, very simply. So they can lay flat. They can, I don't know if they're wings, if they're solar panels, whatever they are. They can be kind of moved and positioned at really cool, in really cool ways, and can fold up and fold down and be however you want those to be. And I really like that. Really simple, but pretty cool. And the other thing about this set and this ship is that it's kind of got this weirdly modular, maybe not weirdly, but maybe just interestingly, especially compared to the older sets from this time that this is kind of referencing. It's got some like modularity to it. So what we can do is we can take off some of these parts here. So it's essentially 3, but maybe 4 different or 5 different pieces. So we have the front kind of cockpit area and the wings. This could theoretically be its own pod for play and display, and it could take off vertically or take off this way, and I think that's really cool. You could, if you wanted, take the furthest back piece and attach it to this. So we do have the thruster and these kind of extra things here, and we can still turn the wings all the way back like that, which is very cool. So now it's a much shorter ship, and this kind of pod piece could be, you know, at base camp. And we could also theoretically, I think, take off the thruster and the tail fin here. Let me see if I can get this off easily. There we go. And we could also put these right on the back of this. And now we don't have this part, but we still have this kind of thruster stuff here. So we can just mix and match and kind of take these things on, take these things off, put them on, and kind of arrange them in some really cool ways. That also means we could, put this in the middle of everything as well and have this on the end. And there's a lot of ways to just kind of change this thing up. So now we have a totally different kind of shape, different ship here with different capabilities, and I think that's really cool and really well done. This middle part is kind of this pod that I think is used for some storage and maybe kind of a base thing. It's really interesting how this was done. These panels kind of open up sort of, but they can come unclipped, relatively easy. You have to be a little careful. They use those like fork, whoops, the droid fell out. The like fork pieces kind of, or clip arm bar pieces in the back of, what kind of brick is that? This kind of brick here, like a stud brick with the kind of some of the recessed stuff there and the open back, and you put those kind of clipped arms through the back of them and then clip on these panels. And then when these panels are, clipped on, they can go up and down. And inside we get some access here. We have another sticker there, which I wish that was a print. It's a pretty common looking type of thing that it could be a print, but either way, that's fine. We get a couple tools in here. We have a big wrench, and we also have a minifigure like hammer that gets clipped into the inside here, which is nice. Let me just get that back in there because I unclipped it. And I also have the little box with the ingots inside and the sticker on it. I have that placed in here as well. I think there might be a way you could even fit minifigures in here. I'm not positive about that, but you may be able to. There is some space. And so that could be to hold everything that's all in one, or maybe this is, like I say, kind of positioned at base camp or something, and there might be some other thing to play feature that this has. Now I'm not sure if this can actually go in here or not and close all the way, but I'm sure would like to try. So I think the way that this is like fully modular, or not, it has different ways you can change it and alter it. I think that's really, really cool for play and potentially for display. It's just, it's nice to be able to do that. And so, great. Maybe if this guy goes in here, or this thing, it goes in here, has its arms towards the thing. Will that close all the way? Maybe. Also a little bit of futzing with this. This droid isn't particularly, or this robot isn't particularly robust. The arms are proving to fall off somewhat regularly, and that's okay. So let me see if I can get him. Okay, well, if one of the arm pops off, this can close all the way very easily. Otherwise, it might be a little bit tough. So maybe that could have been improved on a little bit, but there might be some way that I'm not doing it correctly, and there is a way to sort of get that all to work together there. But this is a nice little section. We also have up top kind of some other minifigure accessories, or I don't know what they're supposed to be. They use those inverted kind of tiles here, and with the hole on the bottom of them, which is very cool. And so we have this kind of camera laser blaster type piece, and then we also have this kind of blaster handle, pistol handle, hilt kind of, or extended hilt, and some translucent red studs on the end. So those can come off and be used besides the couple of tools. And nice. At the front, I don't think I showed this. I really like how this translucent tile is in those clips. The kind of display there is a sticker again instead of a print. And we have another kind of minifigure accessory here, which looks like a kind of, well, it looks, like a metal detector, but it could be a anything else detector, and in black. And this is a really cool piece as well, and I think it looks cool as almost like a design of the ship, or part of the ship, as like some internal detailing in there like that. But it also can pop out and then be used for play. So very, very cool in my opinion. And I think this is a great set. I think there's a lot here. It's pretty substantially sized, I would say, for only having 356 pieces. It's pretty big. It has a relatively large footprint, and it's long. And that's great. It doesn't feel like, it's a considerable amount smaller than the Galaxy Explorer 90th anniversary set, but this still has like a lot of size to it. It can easily be played with. It feels very solid. It can be swooshed. It can be flown around. It can be changed around. It can be articulated. And so I think this is all really well done. I think this is a great gift with purchase, and I hope that it comes back, and I hope they do more of these, because I think this looks really cool. I might prefer this color scheme to the gray and blue, even though that's like super classic. This just really, I like the black, and I like the yellow. So this is really, really great. And I had a blast building it, and I had a blast talking about it. I will show the extra pieces here. We get a lot of just the studs, extra visor, extra of the kind of clip there, and tiles, studs, translucent and black, pretty much everything that's in here. And nice. Interesting. I don't know if I think I should get one of the cheese slopes in translucent red, but I don't see one here. I just see a black one. Maybe I put one somewhere where I wasn't supposed to, and that's why I don't have an extra here, or maybe they just didn't come with one. But that's interesting. Normally, if there's a black cheese slope here, normally these slopes would be light enough to have an extra, and because I do use some translucent red ones, I would think that would come, but I don't see it here, so fine. All in all, I think this is really great. I have no idea of how much these sets are going for in the aftermarket, or if they're available, or if Lego will make them available again. I think I've seen them for like the $40 or $45, paying for them outright if you're not able to get the gift with purchase. I think that's a little steep. I think Lego had this as like a suggested retail, like MSRP of $30. I think that's like pretty close to making sense. But I also would love for these kind of 90 years of play sets to be really good value. And so, if this was available for less than that, that would be great. And hopefully other people who want this can find it or find one and, enjoy it as much as I did. So that's really great. And I'm really excited to get started on Patreon and keep going on YouTube and expanding and doing new kinds of videos and devoting more time and more effort and more energy and all sorts of stuff I'm going to just devote to this channel and Bricks and Lego stuff. It's not just going to be builds and reviews. There's going to be a lot of other Lego stuff I'm going to be doing here, and I can't wait to share that with everybody. And I'm really, really excited and grateful for all the support and all the success I've had so far. I didn't know if anybody would ever watch any of my videos, and now I think I just crossed over the 200 subscriber milestone, which is huge for me. I thought 100 was huge. Now we're double that, and I hope to just keep going, and I hope to keep growing and reaching a wider audience, and hopefully delivering something that people really enjoy, but something that I also really enjoy making, and something that I love doing. And so sharing my hobby and sharing Lego with anybody out there is really, really rewarding for me. So I'm very, very grateful, and I'm very, very excited for the future. And that's it. So if you liked this video, consider giving it a like. And if you like the other videos on my channel, consider subscribing to my channel so you can stay up to date on all the Lego videos I will be doing in the future, including a bunch of other Lego themes, Star Wars, Marvel, architecture, Speed Champions, Creator 3-in-1s, all kinds of stuff, Disney, whatever. I'm just gonna build any kind of Lego set that I want, whenever, talk about it, build it, show it off, and I'm going to keep doing that. So subscribe so you don't miss any of those upcoming Lego videos. And like I said, if you feel like getting more involved and having more direct support for this channel, consider going over to the Patreon and consider giving there. And every little bit will help. And I'm really, really grateful for everybody so far. So until next time, thanks. Bye.